we were talking about the general characters of fish. In the previous class, we have finished up to the blood vascular system of fish. The remaining the characteristics of the fish I shall put before you. The most important characteristics which are likely to appear in MSET, AFMC, JIPMER, AIPMT, so on and so forth. Now, the next system here now, that is nervous system of fish. If you take nervous system of fish, the most important modifications in all fish now, only 2 optic lobes are present in brain. 2 optic lobes are present in brain, where the condition is called corpora bigemina. Corpora bigemina. In cyclostomes, fish, amphibia, reptilia and birds, only 2 optic lobes are present, which is called corpora bigemina. Whereas in mammals, 4 optic lobes are present, we call the condition corpora quadrigemina. So in fish and cyclostomes, 2 optic lobes are present, so corpora bigemina is the condition. And brain is covered by single meningeal layer. In both cyclostomes and fish, there is only a single meningeal layer that covers the brain, which is called meninx primitiva. What is that layer known as? Meninx primitiva is the meningeal layer that covers the brain. And the cavity that lies between the cranium, the enclosing cranium and meninx primitiva is called perimeningeal space. Perimeningeal space. Between the cranium and the meninx primitiva, the cavity, that is, you can say meningeal cavity, which is filled with cerebrospinal fluid, is called perimeningeal space. Then all fish have only 10 pairs of cranial nerves. They have got only 10 pairs of cranial nerves. In sharks now, that is in chondric eyes, olfactory lobes are well developed. Sense of olfaction is very high, and comparatively it is low in case of bony fish. The sense organs of the fish, if you look into, all fish have lateral line system. Lateral line system, which is also called neuromast system. Within the lateral line system, there are sense organs called neuromast cells are embedded. The neuromast system or lateral line system acts as a rheoreceptor. It acts as a rheoreceptor. It helps in detecting the pressure exerted by water currents while swimming here now. Apart from this, in cartilage fish alone, a thermoreceptor called ampulla of Lorenzini is present. Ampulla of Lorenzini. This acts as thermoreceptor. So the ampulla of Lorenzini is exclusively present in cartilage fish, absent in bony fish, because the cartilage fish live in seas and oceans which are subjected to stratification. So in order to detect the temperature variations now, they have got an additional sense organ called ampulla of Lorenzini, which acts as a thermoreceptor here. Then if you take ear, in fish now, external ear is absent. External ear is absent. External ear is absent here now. Middle ear is also absent. Middle ear is also absent. They have got only internal ear. Fish do not have external ear and middle ear. Only internal ear is present with an organ of hearing called legina. Legina is the organ of hearing even in fish, like other lower vertebrates. So these are the modifications in nervous system of fish. Then excretory system, if you look into the important modification excretory system, in all fish including cyclostomes now, the kidneys are mesonephric. Kidneys are mesonephric and urinary bladder is absent. Urinary bladder is absent now. And all cartilage fish now, to overcome exosmosis process, because they live in marine water. So in order to overcome exosmosis, they synthesize urea and eliminate excess urea in the form of urine. Hence they are referred to as ureotelic. referred to as ureotelic. They all live in marine water, where marine water concentration is much higher than that of blood. As a result, exosmosis takes place. In order to overcome exosmosis, they convert ammonia into urea and store considerable amount of urea in their blood, so that concentration of blood goes up to the extent of concentration of surrounding water, and thereby exosmosis does not take place. So they are all ureotelic, okay, unlike other aquatic animals. Whereas if you take bony fish, marine bony fish, in order to overcome exosmosis, they synthesize an organic substance called TMO, that is trimethyl amine oxide. They synthesize an organic substance called trimethyl amine oxide, TMO, to overcome exosmosis. And all bony fish are ammonotelic. All bony fish are ammonotelic, unlike the cartilage fish. Now, if you look into the reproductive system of fish, the important modifications, reproductive system. Now, in sharks, the pelvic fins are modified into intramittent organs called claspers. To bring about internal fertilization. Whereas in all other fish, fertilization is external. Only in sharks, pelvic fins are modified into the intramittent organs called claspers to ensure fertilization. In fish, eggs are polylecithal or macrolethal. But cleavage is incomplete holoblastic. In fish, the sperms are called milt, and the ova are called roe. Okay. The term spawn is also used, but in fact the spawn is used for fertilized eggs. The fertilized eggs are called spawn, and before fertilization they can be called roe, R-O-E, roe, and the sperms are called milt.